No, John. I said you can't come to rehearsals. Because it's a close rehearsal. Oh my God, so says Yanni. John, you know what? I should have never even told you about it. John, no, you can't come. Hello? Hello, John.
What is this? You've been home for 2 seconds and it looks like a cyclone has hit this place.
Mom,
Oh my God.
you're the...
You don't even know what scared is.
Surprise! Rams?
Oh, look at my beautiful granddaughter. You've turned into a woman in less than a year since I last saw you.
You're...
2.5 years.
My favorite granddaughter has breasts.
Your only granddaughter has breasts.
The only grandchild I tell people about.
Lynn, please, you're going to give the girl who's had breasts for 4 years a complex.
Don't call me Lynn, please. Mom, mama, mother, or the name I've been known for and had changed legally 20 years ago.
There is no way I'm calling you Starbucks.
How long are you in town for, Grams?
Starhawk, smart Alec, and you know it. Omi, I will be here through New Year's.
Oh, okay, so you'll get to see me.
Oh, hold that thought for 5 tiny little minutes. I'll be right back.
Wait, are you still smoking?
Yeah.
Smell it on you.
Like outside a Starbucks?
A couple a day, if that's okay with you, nicotine Nazis. Good grief, look at gorgeous you. I've got Christmas presents, y'all.
Y'all? I thought she was from Arizona, not Hillbilly Collar, Alabama. When did she get here and why didn't you warn me?
She got here literally 3 minutes before you did. You think I got any warning when Hurricane Sedona hit?
So she doesn't know about...
She doesn't know. Like your mother, she's completely in the dark.
Mom, it was... What is that even supposed to mean?
It means that my daughter is hiding things from me. And I thought we were closer than that.
Mom, it was literally one time to record and I told you about it. I have a 3.8 GPA. That's not a big deal.
And what about John?
What about him?
Is there anything you'd like to tell me about him?
Other than he's a world-class jerk and the missing link between the Three Stooges and rental retardation? No.
Okay, I'll let you decide when and if you want to let me in on your secret.
So has she said it yet?
Said what?
I was in the theater for 20 years.
Give her an hour.
See, couple of puffs and I'm good for hours. Okay, now, Omi, why don't you come over here and sit in this big, beautiful chair and wait for me. It has been one great, big, crazy winter for your mama / Grams. I've got so much to tell you. I don't know how we're going to fit it all into a week. Oh, we need some serious girl time. The 3 wise women together again. But first, I've got a buttload of questions for you. Are you two going to spend the entire time texting? Put the phones away, please. Now, Omi. Thank you. And second, how in the world can you afford this beautiful apartment? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you're still just a... I didn't mean just. But you're still teaching students privately, am I correct?
You are correct, madam. I am still taking in students just like I have for the last 2 centuries. And yes, no, there's no way we could afford this place. We live with Braxton Craven, and he lets us pay a fraction of what his very wealthy family pays for this condo.
That name sounds familiar. Where are those presents?
Braxton and I went to Berkeley together. We graduated at the same time. He plays the oboe now for the Queen Symphony Orchestra.
Brax is so cool. We love him.
Well, he sounds very, generous. You're not diddling him, are
Oh
you?
my God, Mother.
Rams, I can hear you.
Diddling?
Oh my God, who even says that? Diddling. Gross.
Well, I mean, not just a friend is sharing this with you.
Mom, he tours a lot, and right now he's staying with his family in Ohio for the holidays.
Thank God. I mean, it's too bad you're gonna miss him, Grams.
Apologies, I jumped the gun about your gay roommate.
I know. I mean, hello. Oboe Symphony lives with a mother and daughter. Clean, tastefully decorated apartment. Did I mention clean?
You lucked out. Oh, here we go. 2 for both of you.
Oh, I feel bad. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. We didn't get you anything for the
Oh,
holidays.
I don't need a thing. Now, go ahead. Let me see them.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Gosh.
What is what is this? A deer carcass?
No, honey, that's a saguaro cactus. You see, its blossom is the Arizona state wildflower.
Wow.
Now, open the other.
Okay. Oh, wow, look at this.
I bet you've never owned a crystal before, have you, Omi?
Never thought about crystals ever. Wow.
This is a fluorite. It's in the spar family. They say it's the home of the rainbow. Now, the colors are very important, and that's why I got you and your mom different ones.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, purple is your color because it helps to ground excessive emotional energy. So, I know you don't buy into a lot of what I do, but hear me, because as you grow spiritually, there will come a time when you have to make an important commitment to something, and that little crystal is going to help you make that very important commitment. Did I know a thing about you recording songs before I got here?
Oh, do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
See, I got here just in time, and that little stone is going to help you in ways you can't even imagine yet.
Aw, thanks, Grams. I love you.
I love you. Now, for my big girl, yours has all that glorious green streaking through it. Green is the color of growth and healing, if you know what I mean.
Too well, Mother. Too well.
Yes, this will help you get past that man and everything you've been putting yourself through. Put it with the crystal I gave you, what was it, 2 years ago? It'll make a very powerful combination.
Winston? Yeah, that was supposed to ward off assholes, not attract them. I threw that shit out a long time ago.
Barbara Allen Bluefeather. I cannot believe my ears. What planet is that mouth on you coming from?
Uranus.
Please. Like you don't cuss like a sailor.
No, it's a... Omi, never start. It's a terrible affliction I'm trying to recover from.
And my name is Billy. I've told you this. We've been through this name business.
I hate that name.
Yeah, well, I'm not real fond of yours either, Starbucks.
Fine, have it your way, Billy.
Blue Feather Starhawk. I mean, what were you thinking? It's like you were high on peyote and watching westerns when you were pregnant with me.
I most likely was. Besides, it seems like you picked it up and ran with it. I mean,
Oh, come on.
That is short for Naomi, and you know that.
Well, what's Billy short for? Beelzebub? Oh my God, it's so much.
Butch! This coming from the only person in the room with any intimate knowledge of women's vaginas, possibly for the entire building.
Mom! Lifetimes ago. Only a name sends signals out into the universe. I didn't want to give your mom some lame thing like mine. I mean, seriously, L-I-N, not even a Y for a dash of flavor. It's not even short for anything, like Linda, Lynette, Lynette, not even Lint.
Oh my God.
Lynn says nothing. It does nothing. It is nothing. Now, my mother couldn't be bothered to finish my goddamn name. Apologies, and God bless her long dead soul. But I wanted to make sure that your mother had a little extra wind, a little extra chi every time her name was spoken.
Oh my God, my eyes. My eyes.
Mine rolled so far back into my head, they're stuck. Headache!
Oh, come here, baby, let me help you. Oh, there. Judging people 24/7. There's just no rest for the wicked. You must be exhausted. Oh.
I am a little pooped.
Yeah, well, I am starving. I've got to eat something before rehearsals.
Okay, well, while you're fixing to eat, I want you to tell me all about this record of yours.
Oh, she's got a business manager, or she will after we
I
sign the contract.
want to hear it from Oni.
Okay, so we were doing the show Jesus Christ Superstar at my school last year.
Like Mary Magdalene.
And this guy who was working tech, is like this huge doofosaurus.
A what?
He's a big honking jerk.
His name is John Lewis.
Can I tell it, Mom? Okay. So he says his uncle is like this big time music producer or something, and he shows up one day and his name is like Yanni Albert.
Yanni. What kind of name is Yanni?
Really? Starhawk?
So he shows up at school in the middle of the theater, and he gets right up in my face and is like, sing. And I'm like, here, now? Like, I'm in the middle of eating lunch. And he says it again, like, really rude, too.
Yeah, there's not a soft edge on him. His head's like a trapezoid.
Yeah, so if he's gonna do that to me, demand I sing with no warm-up or nothing, I get right up in his face with my tuna fish breath, and I sing. And I didn't care how I sounded or anything.
Well, what song?
Okay.
Try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you. Oh, don't you know everything's alright? Yes, everything's fine. And we want you to sleep well tonight.
Oh, I love that
Oh,
song.
acapella unprepared, she nails it.
So he like leaves and is like, I'll call you.
Oh.
2 days later.
He shows up here. He's got an entire portfolio of bands that he's produced.
Anyone successful?
Well, from a while back.
From BI.
Yeah.
Before internet. And they're used to concert movie Backstreet Boys in 3D.
Uh-huh.
Never heard of these Backstreet Boys. That sounds like a gay cruiser. I think this guy sounds like his career's been a little thin.
Well, like we wouldn't know anything about that, right?
Ooh.
Anyway, he's got this contract. He wants me to sign it right then and
Oh
there.
God, I hope you didn't.
I don't know this guy. I don't know who he's ripped off. But he has booked 2 weeks later, 3 days in a studio in Sobro.
On school days that I'm still making up, just so you know.
Well, I go because frankly I'm a little bit leery. And of course, it's the real deal.
Oh my gosh, Grams. This studio was amazing. They had like every kind of soda, like all these snacks, this huge buffet table that you could snack from like anytime you wanted. It was
Your skin, dear. Soda's not your friend.
oh my god, it was just seltzer water.
Okay, so anyway, excellent studio musicians, producers, the whole works. I mean, he's really spent a whole chunk of money on this. And of course, they arranged a couple of 70s classics for her too.
Yeah, I can feel the earth move under my feet.
adore Carole King.
It was so
and
good.
a really gorgeous bluesy version of Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks.
And Grams, I wrote a song.
Yes, she did. It's a very simple melody. It's really quite clever musically.
Oh, thanks,
Oh, she nailed it. Oh, so good.
Oh, look at my two girls, swelling up my heart something fierce.
You don't have a clue.
Billy, or whatever your name is, that is the cruelest thing you've ever said to me.
Grams, it's the name of the song. You don't have a clue.
Oh, well, it sounds suspiciously like it's about your mother.
See, she sees it too, and she hasn't even heard the whole song yet.
It can be about like a girlfriend or like some kid at school who's jealous of me. I mean, all my life you've been talking about the creative process and letting your art flow and blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? That's what I did in this. This is what I get.
You're right. We're too quick to make it about something we're afraid of.
I didn't even tell you the best part.
Oh?
Oh, yes, she's going to be singing in a club downtown. A little sketchy.
It's not sketchy, Mom.
It's sketchy.
You're not old enough to sing in a bar.
It's okay, she'll stay on the stage, she doesn't drink, she can perform.
And it's on New Year's Eve, and we're gonna do the 2 songs we recorded. And if there's time, we're gonna do 2 more for Beyonce!
Beyonce?
Maybe you haven't heard of her.
Oh, I most certainly have heard of her. Beyonce's playing with you?
No, Graham, she's gonna come hear me sing.
Oh, seriously, are you sure it's not a man dressed up as Beyonce? I mean, I hear that's very popular here. I mean, you sure there's no Franks and Beans associated with this particular Beyonce?
It's the real Beyonce, Mother.
Well, I'm thrilled for you.
I mean, Yanni arranged it with her people. She's supposed to arrive before her main New Year's Eve party with her entourage or Bling Brigade or whatever they're called.
That young woman is a huge talent.
Oh my gosh. Like, I can't even think about it or my head is gonna explode. And I'm not even hungry anymore. I have to go get ready.
That's not the only thing that exploded in this kitchen. Rax is such a neat freak. I mean, if he sees this, I don't know what he's gonna do.
Is this thing as big as she thinks it is?
I don't know, Mom, but whatever happens, she's got a whole nother year of high school, and after that, she's got college, for which, of course, I don't have any money saved, and then she's gonna have to get scholarships or work or both, like I did.
Well, if Beyonce likes what she hears, she could always...
Mom, I don't know. Whatever happens, look, I'm just trying to get through today with you and her and everything else before I start to tackle New Year's Eve, okay?
Sorry? Obviously, it's a big thing for you, too. Is that why you're so intent on all this texting and getting messages?
I'm just trying to get in touch with this guy about my prescription. It's making me kind of nuts. I've been waiting for hours.
Is this the guy you told me about, the one you're not seeing?
I'm not seeing, and I don't want to talk about it either.
What's the prescription for, if I may ask?
It's just a pain medication, low dose. Don't worry about it.
Pain for what?
For my elbow. I told you about it when that guy hit me with his bike and cracked the joint. I mean,
Honey, the last I heard of that was months ago. Does your doctor have any idea how long you've been taking these pills?
doctor, I can't afford insurance for us. I mean, I've barely taken enough students for rent and a few essentials, and I need it for when I play. It helps me, and this just helps me get through. It's okay.
Well, if you don't have a doctor, then how do you get a prescription?
I don't know how it works. Ricky does.
Yeah. I know all about pain from dancing and how quickly the pills can creep up on you. The spasms I used to get after performances. Do you remember that? You used to massage my legs. You were just little.
Your calves. I remember. It's like 9. You took pain medication?
Oh, you had to. You did whatever it took to get through. But when the run was over, you just had to suffer until it went away. The girls that couldn't, they're dead now.
Don't worry about me.
Too late.
I'm fine. I'm telling you. Why don't you go upstairs and unpack?
You know what? I think I'll take a nap. But don't let me sleep for more than half an hour.
Okay. Here. So, how's Sedona?
Oh, it's good. Good.
And how's Slim?
Okay, he's fine. Slim's fine.
Okay.
Did I say fine? I meant dead. Slim's dead.
What?
Yeah, it happened a couple of months ago. I'm sorry. I thought I told you.
No, you did not tell me that the man that you've been living with for years is dead.
Well, I can't get you live on the phone except for once in a blue moon. And when it happened, my head was so full, I didn't know how to deal with it. And so when we did talk, I just didn't want to go through that nightmare again.
What happened?
He was 92 and rickety as a country fence.
Okay, he was 90 when we went to go visit and we met him.
Oh, wasn't that a time?
Absolute disaster, and you shacked up with that cowboy geezer.
I was his companion, not shacked up. I assisted him.
I can guarantee you that he did not think of you as his assistant. Look, let me help you with that.
Well, he helped me out of an untenable situation. I was at my lowest after Lilith.
Lilith. There's another name, a biblical reference I could have gone the rest of my life without ever hearing again.
She cleaned out my bank account and ran off with that chartreuse wild woman.
Another in a long list of bizarrely named individuals. I mean, who names themselves after baby shit green liqueur?
My script was optioned. I had big name contacts from Patrick Swayze and absolutely no money to get to LA to shop it.
Yes, I remember. Because I remember sending you money that I didn't have at the time.
I also remember not asking for a penny to get here either.
Let's not talk about money. We always know where that ends up.
Anyway, I was broke, homeless. Slim had that beautiful ranch.
Oh, I remember that ranch. It looked over that new agey thing that, what is it called? The vulva?
Vortex.
Yeah. Sedona's beautiful, I'll give you that.
So I spent 2 years taking care of Slim while all my film projects just, well, died.
Wasn't he going to produce your screenplay about the dancers?
Oh, he made 1 million promises to me, his family, everybody. Had everybody going right up until the will was read.
Oh, did you think he was going to leave you something?
Well, just what he owed me. I mean, he kept telling me that when he was gone, I would get what I earned. I slaved for him 24 hours a day without pay. And the last three months he was bedridden, and I cleaned him and changed his crappy diapers, and there were sponge baths and sometimes more.
Oh.
Always at his insistence.
Oh, I don't want to hear this, Mom.
Yeah, he practically demanded it. Kept holding over me what he said I would get when he was gone. What I earned. Kept saying I would get what I earned.
He always wore that cowboy hat, and I remember that he had that turquoise bolo tie. Those dentures that he had in his mouth that clacked around. You could hear them coming before he even entered into the room. It was kind of a Will Rogers old coot, wasn't he?
Well, sure, if Will Rogers had been a redneck racist drunk. I mean, he was charming when other people were around, but alone, after he got a couple of Ryan Gingers in him, a vile nastiness, and that was the real Slim Hauser.
I remember that's what they called him. Was it? Anyway.
What, you know, we had a pretty good run after you and Omi left.
Yeah. After my breakdown, you mean?
You wouldn't let that incident from Winston go, and you almost let it destroy you. It wasn't worth the pain you put yourself through.
Talking about Slim now, Mom, not me. Slim.
Oh, right. Well, I was the only one that was present when he died, and believe me, that is not the way you want to leave this earth.
Just you?
Yeah, just me and him screaming at me about all the jigaboos and redskins and wetbacks coming to kill him, and why the fuck wasn't I protecting him like he paid me to do? His words, not mine.
Why wasn't he in a hospital?
Oh, he wouldn't have it. The hate seethed out of that man up until the very last minute. Do you realize he was in mid-scream when his body suddenly shut off? Like that. Like a light switch got turned off.
Awful.
Oh, 24 hours later, I was out on the street.
His kids.
Yeah, they showed up with an attorney who read the will per Slim's wishes. Oh, everybody got what they earned. Almost $3 million in debt. He lost everything, including that beautiful ranch. Do you realize in the 2 years that I was living with him, he put everything on credit cards, only paid the minimum, and then continued to rack up even more debt that he knew he'd never pay. And in the end, the son of a bitch left nothing to nobody.
And of course they blamed you.
His daughter watched me like a hawk when they told me to pack up my things. She said they couldn't prove that I knew what he was doing, but they were sure going to try. Oh, they were counting on a big payday when Slim Hauser bit the dust.
And of course they just got his bills. Good.
No, he was smart enough to know that his debts ended with him.
Yeah, well, you know what? I hope a big black Mexican Indian rode his ass all the way to the next world.
No, don't say that. That's terrible.
Oh, Grams. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
No, your Gramps is a tough old thing.
Rehearsal? Yes. And if you're up leader, let's talk.
I would love that. I know it's only rehearsal, but break a leg. I'm so proud of you.
Grams. All right, please call if you're going to be late.
Yeah. Okay. I love you.
You.
Bye, Mom. John! I told you not to come.
I just wanted to make sure you got to rehearsal safe.
I have been riding the subway since I was 13 years old. I do not need a chaperone.
Company then?
I said you can't come.
Did you tell your mom yet?
Mom, get out of the kitchen. I haven't told anyone, and you better not either.
This is about me too.
You have no rights, John. Look it up, period.
Well, I think I'll take that nap after all.
Okay, why don't you go upstairs and sleep in Brax's bed? I think you're going to be more comfortable in there.
Oh, no, I'm fine right here. Where are you going?
I gotta get in touch with this guy about my prescription. He's not answering my texts or my phone calls.
Well, I hope he's all right.
Well, he won't be when I'm done with him. Listen, I am gonna stop by the store to pick up something for dinner. Is a roast chicken okay?
Oh, those poor birds. They've been sitting out for so long.
Well, I can't afford organic, and I'm not cooking tonight, so...
Roast chicken sounds lovely, dear.
Good. I'll be back in about an hour. And then you can let me know exactly why you're really here. John Lewis, where is your father? Why isn't he answering my phone call? Get him on the phone right now. You tell him to call me right away. Do you understand? You tell him that it is an emergency. Do you have my phone number? You call me. You tell him to call me too. You understand?
Shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
It's alright.
Oh, here. Take this.
Thank you, ma'am.
You know, once that snot freezes, your whole arm freezes into place.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Look, whatever it is you're going through, things will get better. Just keep that in mind because I'm gonna mind my own
He
business.
hates me.
Oh, honey. You don't know that.
Everything she says and does tells me she hates my guts.
Well, maybe she just has a lot that she's going through right now and she doesn't quite know how to handle it.
She's pregnant.
Well, that is a tough one, dear.
She doesn't want to have the baby. Doesn't care what I want.
You do, obviously.
It was wrong what we did. A sin. I know that. But it would be a worse one to kill the baby because it's not its fault. God will hate us.
Well, that is a big discussion. Look, I'm freezing, so I'm going to go in now, but I'm sure things will work out exactly the way they're supposed to. You should go in soon, too, because it's cold out here.
The way they're supposed to is we get married, she has the baby, and we raise it up a good Christian. But
Good night, son.
Omi won't have no part of it. She's so dang stubborn.
I'm sorry, did you just say Omi?
Uh-oh. I gotta go.
No, you get up here.
I need to get home, ma'am. My mama.
No, I will drag your ass up here. I am Omi's grandmother, and you and I are gonna have a little talk. God, I can't believe this. There's not a drop in it. Oh, seriously? Cinnamon schnapps? Come on. You get in here, close the door, and sit down! Oh! Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, the whole dang posse. Oh. So, you are the infamous John Lewis. So tell me, does Omi's mother know?
No, ma'am.
Does anyone else know? Do you have any idea what that girl is involved in? Of course you do. You introduced her to that Yanni fella.
My uncle. My dad's uncle.
So you know what she's trying to accomplish.
Yes, ma'am.
So you know what's at stake here. She is 17 years old. She's going to have to terminate the pregnancy.
I don't believe that's right. No.
Where exactly does this belief come from?
My mom is religious. It's what she taught me and what I learned from church. Not so much from my dad. He's a purebred heathen.
What?
Heathen. What my mama calls him.
What church do you go to?
The Foursquare Pentecostal in Queens.
Pentecostals in Queens. Gotta love gluttons for punishment. So tell me, how exactly did a religious boy such as yourself manage to get a girl pregnant in the first place?
I love Omi Wise with all my heart. She's the prettiest, smartest girl in this whole country. I'd do anything for her. If she told me to jump in front of a train, I'd do it. If she let me kiss her again, I'd do it. If she let me hold her and touch her again,
Okay, yeah, I get it.
I'd do that too.
Yeah, so tell me, how old are you?
17, 18 next month.
Wow, you seem younger. like 12, but big for your age.
Shade, sometimes. I'm not gonna give up, no matter what. I'm the dad. Even though I don't have the rights, I have the right morals. You can't kill a baby. It's not right, and I don't have to accept it no matter who says.
John Lewis, you need to listen to me like you have never listened to anyone before. Do you understand that? Because if you do anything to keep my granddaughter from achieving her dreams, well, that just ain't gonna happen. Now get out! And don't you dare say anything to anyone about this until after the new year, because if you do, it will be the last fatal mistake you ever make, and I can promise you that.
And then you went a little pitchy in the chorus.
I don't do pitchy.
Listen, you're not in the audience. I hear something, I tell you, you fix it. Understand?
Understand.
Listen, I am not gonna let you blow this for either of us, okay?
Okay.
Listen, you know why I'm so hard on you. Every moment on stage has to be perfect.
I know.
And you're almost certainly there.
Thanks, Yanni.
One last thing. Did your mom sign the contract?
I don't know. Honest.
Wait a minute. Let's go find out.
I mean, it's kind of late.
I mean, that's kind of too bad.
Mom, are you decent? We have company. Hey, Grams.
Omi! It's late. I was starting to get worried.
Rehearsals, remember? Grams, this is Yanni, the guy who's putting on the show. Yanni, this is my grandmother, Lynn Wise.
Starhawk, actually.
Yanni, Albert, very pleased to meet you. I apologize for the late hour.
No, Christmas vacation or no, it is rather late for a teenage girl. Oh, I'm sorry. Please, come in out of the hall.
Thank you, but if I can speak with Omi's mom, I'll be out of your way.
She's not available right now.
Oh, well, if you just let her know I need to see her before the show.
Certainly, but if, Yanni, may I call you Yanni?
Certainly, Starhawk?
If I could spend just a few minutes with you regarding the contract. I've been reading it these last few hours.
You have?
Oh, yes. Oh, please. You can hang your coat on the rack there, and please have a seat.
Grams, I think Mom is the one who's supposed to go over the contract.
I think you need to go to bed. If you're going to do that show, you're going to need your rest. So why don't you say good night and go, please?
Whatever, good night.
Good night. Look, I really should speak with Omi's mom.
Oh, please, 5 minutes tops. Can I get you a drink? I have a little something you won't soon forget. 5 minutes.
Why not?
Now, try this on for size. Here's to a magically inspirational show. Salute.
Whoa! Woo! Jesus jumped off the cross.
Right? That'll put hair on your, well, somewhere that hair should be put, just perhaps.
Not really where I need it. Oh, it tastes like candy from hell. Oh.
Oh, like that. Hell candy. Another, round 2 has been known to spontaneously induce type 2 diabetes. But of course, a big, handsome man such as yourself can't resist taking a little hell candy from a baby, can he?
I'll let this round pass, thanks.
Right. So, the contract. It's very detailed, very thorough, almost like a real contract. I'm kidding. It made more sense after I read it the second time.
You read 32 pages of brain-melting legalese twice? I'm impressed.
Now, Billy actually said something about you wanting to be Omi's business manager, is that correct? But the document states something about her signing with a record company. Is that right?
That's right. Look, I believe very strongly in Omi's talent, and not only do I want to represent her business-wise, but I'd like to bring her on board my record organization as well. That way we can steer both ships in the same direction, if you will.
I see. So it's your record company.
Adam Spring is my label, yes. The name comes from a pretty little creek near my hometown in North Carolina. I own the label and I promote the artists in it.
Anyone I would know?
Well, are you familiar with the local music scene?
I'm visiting from Arizona.
Never been, but I've heard it's beautiful. Well, I have several artists, both groups and individuals, who are just breaking out of the New York market. They're positioned to go national. I represent salsa, alt-rock, hip-hop, jazz, several genres.
Like the Backstreet Boys? Billy mentioned that you had some connection to them.
God, no. Nothing like them at all.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was a sore subject.
Well, not anymore, but, well, that's a long story and it's getting kind of late.
Of course. So, Omi makes a record, a CD, album, whatever. And her royalties are based on the gross receipts of every product sold. Is that right?
That's correct.
Instead of the net. Huh. She immediately loses half. And what about this 10% CD breakage fee? Or this 10% uncollected accounts fee? A 30% container fee? That's a bit steep, yes?
Sounds like this isn't your first time around an entertainment contract.
I was in the theater for 20 years, as well as being a professional dancer and a scriptwriter.
Well, even so, all of these elements are part of a standard agreement of this type.
And yet no mention of an advance. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me get those off of you.
Look, the show is the advance. That comes directly out of my pocket. Plus all the production costs, the studio time, engineering, 2 producers, catering, mixing, that's all my personal money. Look, I really need to get going. I've only got one more day before the big one.
No, don't be upset with me, Yanni. We're just talking here.
Look, I don't really feel like I need to explain myself to you or anyone.
You don't have to explain anything. I just wanted to talk, discuss, parlay, see if we could make it a better fit for everyone, you know?
I'll give it to you. You're amazing. Gotta give you that.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
Got a huge set of cojones on you.
Don't usually include them when I'm discussing my lady parts, but thanks, I think.
Tell you what. Let's parlay. You just, I don't know, take care of this bad boy and we'll see what we have to talk about.
Excuse me, that is so disgustingly rude.
Well, look, I think a blowjob is about all the leverage I can offer if you want to parlay.
You son of a bitch.
This whole seduction scene. Christ, oh my, you smug. I'm looking pretty goddamn good right now, aren't I, Granny Starhawk? Suddenly I'm this big, good-looking producer. You know, all the actresses and dancers who never gave me the time of day, who laughed in my face, have all gotten old, just like you. Now you get to see what it's like. Your past has come back to bite you in the ass.
You don't know a thing about me.
Oh, don't I? You know, women like you were always so unimaginably cruel. But you know, I can see the remains of what you were, but, well, look what time has done. The years of being beautiful have left the building, haven't they? You know, women like you look so much worse than I do at my crapped out 49 years. Shoes on the other foot.
That wasn't me.
Oh, they were all you, with their go away little troll.
I have never said a thing like that in my life, but right now, you're making a troll look like Adonis.
You know, women like you are coming at me from all over. Faded and wrinkled, yet you still think you're the prima ballerina with your varicose veins and your bat wings. And those were your best moves? That's hilarious. Look, all you have left is being alone. Lonely. Desperate. This little troll is exactly what you deserve.
Ah!
Oh, shit. Really banging. Yummy.
Mom, you were out this whole time?
You need to go back to bed.
Yeah, bed.
It was just a misunderstanding. I'm sorry, I was just leaving.
What's the matter?
Just that Yanni's trying to pull one over on you and Omi with this contract is
Look,
all.
that is not true, Billy. I told you all about it. We discussed it.
I haven't really read it yet.
I have, and if you sign it, you're both screwed.
You know, anybody else would be on their knees sucking my butt to sign that contract. Look, I have given you plenty of time to read it. It needs to be signed by no later than tomorrow.
So you can steal everything that she makes.
Or I'll cancel the performance.
No. So you realize that there is absolutely nothing in the contract that says anything about working with Beyonce. That the contract is full of hidden fees. If you sign it, you are going to be under the whip of that man for years to come.
Stop, please.
Why do you need it tomorrow? What's the big hurry?
Omi has to be under contract with me when Beyonce sees her. If she isn't, Beyonce can easily take Omi for herself, drop her in the stable of performers that she's building, and send me on my merry way. No parlay, no thank you, no pat on my little head. Look, this is the only way to protect myself, and that girl is lucky for a chance that very few people will ever get. Now, if you don't want it, I can't force you.
No, I
You know what? I'm out of here.
no, Mom,
I'll sign the damn thing. Told you I would.
But if she makes it, he's just gonna run home just like he did with his Backstreet movie money.
Oh, God, no. I'm never going back to Ashboro again. Look, you think this contract is bad? I put $38,000 that it took me years to scrape together into that movie, and what happened? 6 other producers took their contracts, rolled them up good and tight, and fucked me right in the ass with them. That movie did over $63 million at the box office, but did I see a nickel? Their accounting department made it look like the movie lost money. They saw me coming a mile away. Look over that contract. I did. Every miserable day for years. 7 years in Ashboro. Working in my daddy's liquor store, running hillbilly heroin on the side, just so I could drag my ass back here to try again. And I'll tell you what, it ain't never happening again.
Hillbilly heroin?
Yeah, Oxy. Same shit your daughter's addicted to, Oxycontin.
That's not true. It's not even what I take.
Oxycontin, hydromorphone, Percocet, look, whatever you want to call it, you're a junkie for it.
She is not an addict.
The hell she ain't. Where do you think Precious Ricky gets your meds?
From a doctor? He gets a prescription.
You ever see that prescription? You ever see my sniveling nephew come out of a drugstore? Has he ever handed you one of those little white pharmacy bags with all those pages of information typed in tiny little print that no one ever reads? No. You haven't. Because when you need your refill, little Ricky comes scampering over to me, falling all over himself for you, just like the slave he is. He pays me, and I give him one of these. Music to your ears, isn't it? Look, I know how many of these you go through a day. I know how many you need to keep from climbing the wall. So, darling, let's just say that come showtime, if I don't have a signed contract, this will be the closest you ever come to one of these again.
Little shit hat.
I'll sign it now.
If you do, you'll get nothing. I know it and he knows it.
Was gonna sign it anyway. But I gotta have those first.
Omi, you sign first. As your guardian, your mom will sign after. Listen. Of course Omi's getting screwed. It's a lousy contract, and it's going to hang over her for years. But it's her only way to gain entry. Later, after you've made it, you can hire someone to sue me. Renegotiate the contract. Not today. Sign there and there. Today, you're going to bend over and take it in the ass for me like a good little girl, and you're going to say, thank you very much. Because I'll pry those big doors open and I'll get you noticed. You do this knowing that one day, if you're lucky, you'll get revenge. But today's my payday. Initial there and there. Good. Now, after you've signed it, I don't want to hear another word about this from anyone. Sign there. And initial there. Ladies, good night. You'll get your copies at the show. Omi, I'll see you at the club at 11 a.m. sharp. It's our last chance to get everything right. Don't be late.
Yanni, a moment, please. You have the contract, so it really doesn't matter now, but there's no Beyonce, is there?
Of course not. Do you really think that Jay-Z would allow a star of her magnitude to stop by a shitty little dive bar on New Year's Eve? But could I weasel a friend of a friend who has access to her ear into getting her to stop by? For a chunk of payola, that I can do. Listen, your granddaughter's got killer talent. Anyone who sees her is going to see exactly what I saw the minute she opens her mouth. I don't care if it's Beyonce or Bambi or frickin' Bozo at this point. Listen, I am tied to that girl. And she's going to make it. Because I'm going to make it. One fucking way or another.
I knew it, Mom. Don't start. I saw how many of those you were taking. And you're giving me shit for John Lewis. Don't curse at me.
Well, now that you've signed your lives away, maybe it's time for us to put all the cards on the table. Your 17-year-old daughter is preggers by a Confederate hillbilly.
Grams! I knew that.
You
knew that like
knew?
a week ago. Of
You
course
knew?
I knew.
What? How'd you find out?
Like I told you, Omi is such a dirt bomb. Everywhere she goes turns to squalor.
Whatever.
I mean, I worry so much sometimes. I see the way Brax looks at your clothes all over the floor and the dishes in the sink and the kitchen's a complete disaster. I just worry that his goodwill toward us is fading. And if he cuts us loose, I just don't know what we're going to do.
What does this have to do with your teenage daughter being pregnant?
Yeah, because she's so unaware of her surroundings. She's so messy that she left the home pregnancy kit that she used on top of the trash. So that the only person who takes it to the chute, me, could find it. She couldn't even get rid of the evidence.
How did you two get mixed up with those two,
Turd babies.
Skin balloons.
Mom.
You think this is funny? Your world's just got crushed. How did this happen?
I don't even want to think about it.
So, Grams, I told you. I was doing Jesus Christ Superstar with my school last year. And John Lewis was on tech, and he wanted to audition, but he was too scared, so I sent him to Mom for voice lessons.
That boy is so far from talent. It's an overnight flight. But that's how I met his dad, Ricky. He just came to pay for John's lessons and stayed relentlessly.
Oh my God, like his son. I could not get him away from me.
Yeah. He's happy to pay for my prescriptions. I can't stand the man.
Ditto squared with John.
I just can't believe you two. You have such disdain for these men, and yet you had unprotected sex with that boy, and you are so contemptuous of John's father that you urged him to get you pills that you're now addicted to. You created an enabler.
Don't you judge me. Your entire life is a Titanic run aground of the icebergs of men and women. Don't you say anything to us.
No judgment, just objective observation. Can you blame me for wanting you to avoid some of the disasters I created in my own life?
What are you doing here, Mother?
I don't know now. I thought I was visiting my daughter and my granddaughter.
We don't hear from you for 2 years. We don't see you. Then maybe every other month on the phone, and then you just show up unannounced on our doorstep. What gives?
I love you. I'm here now. And if you want to kill yourself with pills, so be it. But what are you going to do with a pregnant 17-year-old?
Why don't you just ask me?
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I know you must be scared to death right now.
No, but I am really hungry.
There's a Planned Parenthood on 149. You can walk there. I'll go with you.
I have an appointment on Monday.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the abortion as soon as they can schedule me. Big deal.
Do you want to talk about it? I mean, you don't seem very conflicted or anything.
Hello, people. I'm 17 and pregnant, and that reality show really sucks.
Well, yeah, you've got time to figure out what you want to do, but...
But, problem solved. And I will stop taking pills. Problem solved. We just solved all of our problems in the span of a couple of minutes. I think it's your turn now. What are you really doing here? And don't lie to me. Why did you just show up unannounced? Tell me the truth.
Well, what was that? At what, midnight?
I don't know. It's probably Ricky.
Ugh.
And excuse me now, because I am not gonna be nice to this schmuck. And then we're gonna find out what you're doing here. Can I help you?
I believe you know my son, John Lewis.
I do.
Well, I am Lydia Field Lewis, John's mother, and Ricky Lewis's wife. We have some business to discuss with you and your daughter, Miss Wise. May we come in?
Sure.
Omi, I'm sorry.
No! Enough out of your mouth. Now you sit down.
Okay. I don't.
What this is about is you, your daughter, Omi, and my son, John, and you and my husband, Ricky.
Ricky and me? He just comes for John's lessons. I don't really.
No! In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, strike those demon words from your lips! Oh. Oh. I could let you dig yourself a little deeper, but I'm not going to waste another moment of my time on your lies. I have all the proof I need right here. Yes. This is Ricky's phone. I took it from him while he was in the shower. Now, he had it hidden really well. Hundreds of phone calls and texts between you and my husband. Now, while I'm quite sure that the both of you will be spending all of eternity in the depths of hell once you breathe your last breath here, in the meantime, you're going to spend an awful lot of time in jail. The Lord's will be done.
What are you talking
I
about?
didn't tell her.
What this is about is you fornicating my husband and y'all going to jail.
Infidelity is not a criminal offense, lady. Believe me, I know.
Yes, but buying illegal prescription drugs is. And my husband Ricky, this boy's daddy, and y'all have been engaged in some very criminal activity, along with his scumbag uncle Yanni Albert.
That's not true.
Oh, you can't even deny the Lord's truth. Oh, all the proof we need is right here in this phone. All those phone calls to Yanni right after you called Ricky. The police will have no trouble at all tracing this little operation from here all the way down that hillbilly highway to North Carolina.
She didn't know a thing about Yanni's drug business.
Who are you?
I'm Starhawk Wise, mother to Billy and grandmother to Omi.
Oh, yeah. I heard about you. You're the hippie heathen.
What do you want?
Well, I believe I just told you.
You didn't come here at midnight to tell us what you're going to do. See, you would have already done it.
You know, you're smart. You're devil smart. And John told me that you threatened him if he told. That wasn't so smart.
That's absurd.
Yes, he says that you told him if he spoke to anyone, it would be his last fatal mistake. Well, he spoke to me. And if any harm comes to that boy, I will be the first one to witness your threat.
If that's what you're taking to the cops, I'll walk you there myself.
Oh, well, I knew that wasn't enough. That's why I needed to get a hold of this phone. You see, everything is on this phone. All those conversations I listened to with those two when they snuck down under the stairwell and thought I wasn't listening to them. They just love to complain about their women, how bad the two of you treat them. Oh, they just love to commiserate was the only time father and son spent together. I should never have let John take part in that blasphemous superstar show.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you take the Lord's name in vain. That show says that Jesus is a man, not the living God we all know him to be. And what do you have to contribute to this anyway? I mean, I heard about you. You're the one off and left your daughter behind when she was younger than Omi.
Don't talk to me about mothering. Just take a look at your handiwork standing behind you.
Seems you took off and ran off to be with some of those movie people. Abandoned your whole family to become a wanton sex harlot.
Sex harlot? Get out of my house, you ignorant religious relic.
I will call the police.
Oh, just tell us what you want and get out of here.
Well, you do have a way out. That's why I'm here. You do have a choice.
Nobody in this house
I
has
knew
any
it.
money, so just forget it.
Money? I am not like that drug-pushing cousin of mine. May the Lord take his repulsive soul down to where it belongs.
Then what do you want?
I want the baby.
No way.
I told you she wouldn't, Mama.
Are you out of your mind?
Are y'all gonna just yell or are you gonna listen?
Listen, even if Omi said yes, there's no way that we would let her hand an infant over to you and your son.
Oh, well, that's not what I want. I mean, y'all don't give a sneeze about this baby.
Look, there's no baby, okay? I ain't gonna talk about it with you. It's just tissue, and I'm not even gonna argue that.
All right, then, tissue. Call it whatever you want to call it. But I do know what's going on. I know about that show day after tomorrow. I know how much it'd mean for Omi. It's all these three idiots talk about. Well, I want it too. I'm fine with that.
Bet you do.
Well, I do. Look, I want a way out of here. I want to get away from life with these two women. I do.
Oh, Beth. I mean, we have a good life here.
Oh, come on. I know that you're dying here. I know you want a way out too. I know you want to be free. And that's all I'm asking for. I want my life back.
You're not making a bit of sense.
I want out of this godless city. Even the people I work with at church, they're being poisoned by this place. I want to go back to Randolph County. I started too late with John. I can't have no more babies, but I want my little grandbaby. I want to take my grandbaby home to my folks and have it raised up right the way it should be. And y'all can keep John and Ricky for yourselves.
Oh, there is no way. I would marry that immature.
No matter what you say, I love you.
Oh, not marry him. They don't know anything about love. They're just full of lust for the two of you. They don't know anything about Christ's love and how to follow God's rules.
Yes, I do, Mama.
No, you don't. You only started going to church with me when you found out Omi was pregnant. Thought I could convince her to marry you.
will never happen.
I know that. Do you really think if she married you after she had the baby, she'd love you? Oh, you are a man boy with a child's mind. All you want to think about is trying to use God to try and make that thing with your lust. I can't think of the right word.
Validate your lust.
Exactly. Exactly. You and your daddy, you just wanna have lust for these women, and you don't know anything about loving God and following in God's way. You just give me the baby, and you'll never hear from me again.
There is no way I am having a baby at 17.
Well, you have the baby, but you don't have any responsibility for it. You see, I'll take the baby and bring it home, and you'll be able to have your life and do what you want.
Look, I am already paying a huge price. Okay, believe me.
Yes, but there are consequences for your actions. Now, you're paying nothing on me. Now, you think about it. You say no to me tonight, and everything you want goes away. Say goodbye to your show. Say goodbye to your big-time producer. You see, when the cops get a hold of this phone, they'll put Yanni away long before New Year's Eve. Say goodbye to your mama. She'll have no more pills, no more pusher. And I guarantee you, I'll have her face to face with my Ricky in front of the police.
Well, at least you'll know where he is.
My family in Ashboro is just dying for me to come back home for good.
I wish you were there now.
Oh, and there's that roommate of yours. Now, he's not going to be too happy about all this. Yeah, I checked into that too. Seems that Braxton Craven's been doing his best to get off that cocaine habit. He will not be too happy to know that his roommate is a junkie for pills. No. And you'll have good luck finding a place and good luck finding another pusher. Because you see, Yanni spent 6 months in jail about 3 years ago down in Randolph County for this very same thing. When they hear about this little operation, he's going away for a long, long time. He didn't mention that to you, did he? Wonder why.
What do I have to do?
Oh, no,
Right?
don't.
That's not right.
Can't we do this? This is Lewis.
It is not blackmail.
This is Lewis.
Yeah, it's not. Now, what is it, Omi? I'm listening.
What do I have to do for you to leave everyone else out of this?
Well, just what we said. Let God do his work. Let this pregnancy happen. And I'll help you in any way that I can.
And you stay as far away from me as possible.
Fine. I understand. Mhm.
All right, what do I have to sign?
Oh, you mean like a contract?
I mean, like, you give me the phone and promise you won't go to the cops?
Oh, I'll promise. I will
Okay.
swear on the Lord Almighty that if you do this, I will not tell anyone. Nothing is more binding for me than that.
All right, that's what you want me to do? Promise I'll give you John's baby?
Yes. But you have to swear like I do.
Okay,
You have to get down on your knees for me.
I will.
You have to swear on the souls of your mama and your grandma.
I swear on my mom and my Gram's soul. See? Just like that.
Oh, I can't trust you.
What?
How can I trust you? You're just a child.
Because I'm not your idiot son who's 17 and can't be trusted with anything.
Only I would have. Only I would have brought it with me. But, you know, I didn't. I didn't think to bring it.
now?
Oh no! Forget it. Forget it. We can't do it. No. Forget it.
Lonnie, what did you needed to record it?
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea, but no, I need a Bible. And I know, as sure as I know Jesus Christ is my Savior and Lord, that you people do not have a Bible in this house now, do you?
Got a thesaurus.
You want a Bible? Here.
What's wrong with having a thesaurus? Hey, I bring out my Webster's dictionary. See how you like that.
Okay, here. King James Version. Oh wait, should it be Jesus' version? Is that one better?
No,
I can keep looking.
No, this is good. This is good. Look,
Okay.
Holy Word of God in the palm of my hand.
Hmm.
John, get your phone out. Get your phone out. Get over here and record this right now, son. Yep. Okay. Now, left hand on the Bible, right hand up to God. You say this and you mean it, girl.
You say this and you mean it, girl.
Not yet. No, but no, if you're lying, the wrath of the Almighty will come down on your mama and your grandma. Plague, pestilence, and disease will be on your head.
Okay, I will.
All right. Now, I'm not saying that you have to believe what I believe. You don't have to believe in the gracious God Almighty or in the natural depravity of mankind or in the evil personality of the devil.
Okay, good. Because I don't.
Okay, but know that what you swear here is a promise. And you have to live by the promise you're going to make now.
I will. I do, yeah.
Okay, now we'll begin the oath. And you repeat after me now, okay?
Okay.
Let's see, here we go. Okay.
Mm.
I, Omi Wise,
I, Omi Wise,
Do this.
swear before God and these witnesses
it's my choice, Mom. I swear before God and these witnesses
that I will bear this child inside me
You have other options, would you please think?
I have Grams. I swear that I will bear this child inside me. By John Lewis.
yes, by John Lewis, and I will bring his child to birth,
And I will bring his child to birth.
and under fear of the wrath of the Almighty, I promise,
Under the fear and the wrath of the Almighty, I promise.
with no backing out and no change of heart,
With no backing out and no change of heart.
that I will give this child to Lydia Field Lewis to love and care for life.
To give this child to Lydia Field Lewis to love and care for all its life.
I promise this upon this Bible,
I promise this upon this Bible.
so help me God, amen.
So help me God, amen. Jesu, Mike
Yes.
Shifra,
Yes, Lord.
Is that the way you remember it?
That's the one you won the competition with.
lifetime ago.
Oh, I've loved everything you've ever composed. It's such a shame. You walked away from a brilliant career in music. Performing, conducting, composing. It was all laid out for you. I'm sorry, but you did.
I didn't walk. I ran. Stage right, stage fright, right out the door, right out of the music debut, and out of my career.
After one brilliant performance. How many pills did you take?
Just exactly enough.
Good. Because in your altered state, you can finally tell me, because I never got the reason why you did it.
It's simple, Mom. I failed, and it paralyzed me, and I never wanted to fail like that again.
I don't believe that. No, you went to Berkeley on scholarship. You were taught by famous professors, musicians who thought you had a fantastic career ahead of you in music. Bill Blass mentored you, for God's sake.
Good effort, Philip Glass. And yes, he was very encouraging. Then I got pregnant.
No, that only slowed you down. And that jerk ran off to where? Africa?
Mamelo went back to Cape Town right after 3 more of his students came forward demanding child support from their professor.
But you got back up again. I mean, come on.
Yeah, 5 short years later.
That fantastic job at the private school in Manhattan.
Mom, just leave it alone, okay? How about we talk about, since we're reminiscing, about why you left me and Dad when I was 10, abandoned us.
You really want that story? Abandoned? God, you are so unpleasant when you're high. You know that?
Well, I feel pretty good about it from here.
As we're going through bad choices, let's talk about that guy that abandoned you and put you in the world's longest running funk.
Winston. Like the cigarette, bad for you and bad for me.
Very funny.
Yes, he was another bad man choice, Mom. That one was married to boot.
I'm making dinner. Get over here and help me.
But I didn't want him to be married, did I?
You made a fool out of yourself, and then he made a worse fool out of you.
Oh, sure. My mistakes you remember so well. Yours, not so much.
You threatened to go to his wife and tell her about the affair. I remember this humiliation so very well because you find this part of your career so fascinating. Not the work, not the study, not the practice to make your art. No, what you can't seem to let go of is just how badly everybody else made you screw up.
It's kind of a theme, Mother, a leitmotif, if you will.
Winston laughed in your face, told his wife himself, and she happened to be tenured faculty at the job, at the school there, and they got you fired from the very best job you've ever had. Kind of theme? Yeah, you screw up, but you can't stay at that level. No, you gotta throw yourself into a gaping black hole of chaos. You know, your entire life, you have been obsessed with the past.
It's so nice to have you back, Mother. You know what I want to know? I want to know why you left us. I mean, I'm familiar with your feeble shot at fame.
Almost as feeble as yours, dear.
My father was a waiter in the theater district of San Diego, where he waited on Patrick Swayze and his wife, Lisa Nini.
He was getting so famous, he had his choice of projects.
Yes. And my father, the grandfather that Omi never met, through some feat that he's never able to rise to again, he got friendly with them. He convinced them to come and see you and performing at a dance concert where they loved you and they wanted you to come and choreograph Ghost, right?
It was a huge moment in my life.
Yeah. That's the what in this story.
I took a chance. It was my chance to do something big. With big people. With Patrick fucking Swayze. I didn't run away from it. I ran after it.
Yeah, and away from your family. That's all I'm trying to get you to say, Mother. Just admit it for once in your life.
It was a chance for me to do something that would change my life. All our lives. I took it. I didn't fall into some chasm when a guy broke up with me. I didn't glom on to the first creep who would get me addicted to drugs. Take responsibility for your choices. I have.
Oh, look how beautifully that's worked out for you. And then you moved to New York where you fell in with some woman.
I am not going to stay in the same room with you if you go there.
All of your choreography and your lines hit the cutting room floor. Ghost was a success, but that was the end of your film career. Then Dad moved us out to be with you, and then you promptly took off with some woman who smiled like a Cheshire cat. I never saw you unless one of you and your lady loves dropped into town.
I wrote you almost every day, and that was long before email. Yeah, I got sidetracked. But not until after I gave it everything I had. I worked, I practiced, I trained to make my art. I failed at art, I failed at family. And when I gave up on art, because it gave up on me, I turned to the spirit side and tried to live in the light. That didn't work out either. And you have no idea how much it's eaten away at my guts, at my soul. How's that for destiny? I've been karma'd to perfection. Are you happy that your mama is almost as big a failure as you are? We tried our best. Come on, help me make dinner. I'll peel shrimp, you chop veggies.
I'm a mess, Mom. At 36, I'm still a mess.
You're not a mess. You're just slow to recover.
16 years slow.
Give it time.
Another 16 years.
Oh my God, you'll be as old as me.
I won't be that old.
Well, you'll be 52. I'm just past 52.
I mean, past 52 like 7 years ago.
And I'll pass that goddamn 52 at least 7 more times before I'm done.
You're crazy! But I love you're crazy. Sometimes.
Okay, help me get dinner together and then let's go in your closet and see if we can find something for me to wear to the big show. I didn't pack anything near appropriate.
Mom, it's a dive bar in Queens. If you wear your underwear on the outside of your clothing, you're gonna be fine. And if it matches your shoes, it's a fashion statement.
Mom, Grams, has anyone seen? What are you doing?
Making you dinner.
Yeah. Come over here and help.
Shrimp? Pasta? Oh, Grams, you know my favorites.
You know the drill, marinade, garlic pressed, olive oil poured.
Hot sauce time, lemon, wine. Yes, I got it. But I got to dash. I can't stay long. I've got that appointment at 4:30, and it's got to be in person.
I'll go with you.
Mom, it's like 2 stops on the train. It's not a big deal.
So it's happening?
It's happening. Mom, I was waiting on something from FedEx. Did it come?
From whom?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it's over there.
Okay, sweet.
Who or what is GTL?
Okay, you know what? Just leave it right here and do not open it. There's something about my career, Mom. Not a big deal.
Okay.
I'm glad you're having the procedure. You never gave in to that woman's blackmail, and it was incredibly quick thinking on your part.
I know, and I got her phone, and I'll get John Lewis's tonight for the video.
I can't believe she just handed it to you and then she just left with Johnny teardrop.
And speaking in tongues. Where did that come from?
I improvised, like in my acting class.
Oh, I remember some fantastic improvisations we used to do.
Grams, you were in the theater? For how long?
Well, oh, well, you know that. I was in
The theater for 20 years.
I had never said it like that in my life.
You kind of do, Grams.
I do not.
Okay, so how do you say it? Listen, I'll give you more wine.
So you can tease me mercilessly. No thanks. I don't put a big exaggerated spin on it. I simply tell people I was in the theater for 20 years.
Oh, a toast, a toast, a toast. To our Omi. May Beyonce see the stars shine in your eyes, hear it in your voice, and put the check in your hand.
Amen.
Oh, Yasu! I am joking.
So where are you at in Sedona now, Mom?
Oh, I rent a tiny room from a nice young couple. It's on Dry Beaver Creek Road.
Oh.
And girls, I gotta tell you, the beaver, she's been dry for years.
Grams.
I'm talking about menopause, ladies. I'm telling you so you know what to expect. For God's sake, lubricate now.
I am 17 years old, literally, like as we speak.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about menopause for at least 20 years.
Oh, darling, that 20 years was 10 years ago plus.
Still ill.
I miss Arizona.
It misses you. You know, I can talk on my phone while I drive, text while I drive, drink alcohol as long as it's in a brown paper bag while I drive.
Okay.
And at the same time, I can fire my Smith & Wesson at any Mexican I suspect is there illegally.
You cannot.
White people get to deputize themselves. Sheriff Joe Arpaio gave us permission years ago.
Mom, your mom is totally freaking me out.
She has a gift for hyperbole. But the Arizona state bird is the redneck village idiot.
I can't do any of that, of course. I mean, I live in a tiny room. I own nothing. You know, I've accepted what the universe has thrown at me. I know there's no real death. Course of Miracles tells us that nothing real can actually be harmed. I know the wisdom of Que Sera, Sera, and you know about that.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
Our mission in this life is to love one another and to just let this life be. And when it's time to go, when it's time to surrender,
Mom, your mom is totally freaking herself out.
Mom, is this your new agey way of telling us why you're really here? Wake up, smell the chakras.
your mom and your grandma, for the first time in her life, is scared to death. How's that for being honest? Those chakras smelling a bit pungent now? Oh yeah, and I have stage 4 stomach cancer.
Wait, what?
I found out a couple of months ago, right after Slim died.
Oh, are you seeing a doctor?
Oh, I've seen dozens of doctors.
What do they say?
They say I have cancer, dear.
What happened?
Oh, well, my gut was bothering me for a while, and so I finally went to a clinic. But the doctors in Arizona are very limited in what they will do with zero insurance money coming in. Thank you, Governor Doug Ducey. But a couple of spiritual lady friends of mine, friends in Sedona, they heard about my diagnosis and they made appointments for me at Slim Kettering.
They paid for your ticket?
It was truly a beautiful gesture, considering I didn't have $1 to my name after the Slim disaster.
That's where you've been all day?
Are you in any pain?
Oh, not that much. But you know, back then I went a different direction. I tried every alternative treatment known to man and the internet. I mean, I've had herb prescriptions, vitamin IV drips. I've drunk gallons of tea from the Amazon to the Himalayas, every single one guaranteed to cure cancer. I have danced with vegan nutritionists, naturopathic doctors, past life clearers, Reiki workers. I have been in drum circles where I wanted to stand up and kill someone for that infernal banging. I have said prayers to the powers that be, and I've meditated and chanted and summoned the warrior goddess within me. I have got cleansing stones, pyramids and healing stones piled so high in my room they're about to break through the foundation.
We get it.
No, you don't. You have no idea what I have done to try and beat this thing. What happened? Well, it started to fade. At first, recede like a slow tide. But it's come back. It's come back bigger than ever, and it's growing like a demon fetus in my gut. After all the light that I set out to the universe, where is the protection I was promised? Where the hell are my angels? It's like the cancer is laughing at me. Standing back going, oh, is that all you got, lady? I mean, it just keeps charging at me. Growing bigger instead of killing it, I fed it and made it stronger. Down to 3 choices. I can do nothing and let the tarot cards fall where they may. Continue with the alternative treatments. Or better living through chemistry.
Chemo? You?
Bring it on. Chemo, radiation, drug therapy. I come to you, Sloan Kettering. Give me what you got, because this natural shit doesn't work. I gave it everything I had. Just like acting and dancing and writing. I got nothing in return but heartache and sorrow. Sorry, do I sound bitter? That's right, I am.
Mom, it's against everything you believe in. You hate the AMA.
Oh, but that was then. Now, I am the prodigal son. Because if Sloan Kettering can forgive me my trespasses and cure me, I can certainly forgive them. Eberubicin, cisplatin, fluorouracil, Xylota, capecitabine, my child, now go and sin no more.
It's funny because those are cancer drugs.
Thing is, Sloan Kettering has a program that would suit me to a T.
Okay.
But that's also the bad news. Only if I'm a resident of New York.
Oh.
I don't qualify.
But we can just say you live here with us.
Oh, honey, they have all my records. Treatments in Arizona, doctors, dates. You know, a prisoner in New York could get that treatment. But in Arizona, I'm screwed.
Arizona.
Yeah. First place I ever heard people speaking in tongues in the state legislature.
Maybe can you get that? No. And if it's Yanni, tell him I'm not here.
Wait, what's going on?
I have to go to the bathroom, like real bad.
Hi, Yanni.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Hey, something smells awfully good. Is Omi here?
Yeah, no. We thought she was with you at rehearsal.
Well, we went on break and she's not returning any of my calls. Listen, can we have a talk?
Sure. Come in. We were getting ready to make dinner, but yeah, go ahead. Come on.
Evening, Starhawk. Evening, Starhawk. Hey, you know, that is a great name for a band.
Yanni, dickweed. Great name for lousy marijuana. Dickweed.
Anyways, I just got a very disturbing call a few minutes ago from my nephew's wife.
Who?
You know who Lydia is. And she told me the whole sorry story. Listen, I just want to let you guys know that she won't be any more trouble.
What does that mean?
Means I'm shipping her back to North Carolina next week.
What about John Lewis?
Well, he'll stay here with his dad.
Crazy as she is, she loves that boy. Him and his daddy together, not good.
Anyways, it's done. And you can tell Omi in her bedroom over there that if she's not back at the club by 7, some serious shit's gonna fly. Her jacket and backpack are right there. I'm not stupid. And I just want to let you guys know that I will take care of the abortion once we wrap this all up quietly so we can all move on. You know, we really need to get things nailed down tonight.
I plan to nail it down, but you're not calling the shots anymore.
Since when?
Since today. And you're not gonna bully me anymore either.
Bully? Bully? Where is this coming from?
And you're not gonna bully my mom or or my Grams like I saw you do the other night. And you're not gonna bully Ricky or Lydia or even John.
Fine, you got me, okay? No more bullying. I'll only play nice from now on.
And I want you to apologize for everything mean you've ever said or done since you met us.
Ladies, sincere apologies for any mean thing I may have said or done. How am I doing? Is there anything else you want?
Yes. And I want you to tear up that contract and we'll start over with a new one and a lawyer on our side next week.
I'll even apologize for that. Because it ain't never happening. Listen, that's a done deal, okay? Now, I don't really give a shit what little game you're playing here. Hell, I'll even apologize to these two assholes. But when it comes to reality, we're playing by my rules.
Well, the real Yanni is never too far from the slimy surface, is he?
Well, I am what I am. That I won't apologize for.
No, you will not. Mom, Grams, meet the real father of my never-to-be-born child.
I don't believe it.
What? Are you crazy?
Don't you dare try to deny it.
You're goddamn right I'm denying it.
Mom, Grams, I know this is bad, like so bad. But the only thing worse I could have done is if John Lewis really was the one to get me pregnant.
Look, Omi, don't do it like this. Let's talk privately. Come on.
No way.
Look, we had an agreement.
Your agreement, and now we have mine on paper.
What, you have proof? Oh, wait a minute. Not one of those do-it-at-home pre-birth paternity tests.
What is that?
Oh, those $80 kits, it's a piece of crap. Judge will take one look and throw it out.
And why would he do that?
Could be done by anyone. Samples get corrupted, there's no chain of command, no witnesses. There's a lot more to it, and that's where y'all screwed up.
Oh my God. You've done this before.
Is he right, Omi?
He's right. There is a lot more to it.
You know thousands of those things get thrown out at every court, every day, in every state.
It's true. Unless you, what? Establish a chain of custody for the samples? But that's not those $80 tests. No, it's more like the $300 ones. Kind of like the $300 you gave me last week.
That money was so you could buy clothes for the show.
Yeah, well, instead of a new blouse, I upgraded to a legally binding DNA test.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
I know how you work. And that's why I upgraded to the genetic laboratory test kit. That's the GTO, Mom. I did every single thing on their checklist.
Oh.
I need a picture of you and me. So you remember when my girlfriend Aisha stopped by the studio last week? When you gave me the money? Check. Oh, and then later we went back to your place and, well, you conked out. So I snuck Aisha in and we recorded everything. Me swabbing the inside of your cheek. Check. Placing it in the baggie. Check. Oh, and then we took out your ID and placed it on your chest for comparison. Check. As a witness, made a copy of the chip, sealed it off in the bag, and the results came back today. Would you like to see it?
You don't know you didn't open it?
Oh, give me that.
That doesn't prove anything.
Congratulations! There is a 99.98% chance that your pest has come back to bite you in the asshole. Asshole.
And do I even need to mention the sentence for statutory rape in New York?
It's the death penalty, isn't it?
No way. Statutory rape. You're 17, princess. That's the age of consent.
Not when we did it. You see these shoes? A 17th birthday present from the man I'll be sending letters to at Rikers Island.
No, you're delusional.
4 years in state prison, Yanni. Oh, but if you add drug trafficking, 4 times 5, what is that? 20? 20 big ones, Yanni.
Wow, that's some serious bat wings and varicose veins, my friend.
Don't forget the prolapsed anus from all the prison rape. Add that in too.
Why him, Omi? He's just some failed producer.
Oh, Yanni knows all the special ways into a girl's heart. And pants, back massages, taste glass filled to the brim. Oh, my place is so close to rehearsal. Let's stop by. Like I didn't know every lame trait in your book.
You love the attention. Don't you pretend that you didn't.
You know, I'm actually really good at pretending.
What do you want?
Besides a new contract, I want you to make sure that Beyonce shows up tomorrow. Not some flunky or friend of a friend or whatever.
Listen, I can't. Okay, it's impossible.
Oh, I believe in you. You see that shit you pull on people below you? Well, you better start pulling it on the people above you. Because if Beyonce doesn't show up tomorrow, Aisha's dad works for the district attorney's office. And she gave me his phone number and address, and that just happens to be where a copy is going to. So I guess you better pull this thing together, like tonight.
Chop, chop, numbnuts, get to it.
Fucking women!
Oh my god! Oh my god! You are amazing! I'm so proud of you!
Oh, God, I think you're the oldest 17-year-old girl on the planet.
Oh, but I don't want to be! I'm just a kid!
Of course you are.
Oh, when John said his uncle was a producer, I knew he could make something happen, but then the studio and Yanni all over me, it was just all too real!
Don't blame yourself, honey. He trapped you.
But he didn't trap me! I knew exactly what I was doing! I knew what I was doing and I fucked it all up with you two! Oh my god, I'm just like you two! You know what? I gotta go. I gotta get out. I gotta get this over with.
Hey, listen, you don't have to go right now. You can wait.
No, because if Beyonce or anyone sees me tomorrow, I'm gonna get Yanni with over it too. Fuck. I can't go out with this.
What is
Oh, jacket. I can't take anything else today. Because if Yanni or John or anybody sees me going to Planned Parenthood, I literally can't take anything else.
Okay, here, sweetie. Put this on. I guarantee nobody's gonna follow you.
Oh my god, no. I am okay with the disguise, really. But this is illegal in New York.
It's fine.
Do you want to be on the cover of Vogue or do you want to go incognito?
Transgender midnight cowboy.
I'm never going back to Arizona.
Listen, what about John Lewis? Did you sleep with him?
No, John only thinks I slept with him because he came. But Mom, it was only one time and we weren't even naked or anything. He doesn't know the difference between a fuzzy sock puppet and a vagina. He's so ignorant, he's still a virgin and doesn't even know it.
So why did you make him think that you were pregnant, that he was the father of your child in the first place?
Because I thought he'd freak out and run far away and I'd never have to see him again.
So that oath to Lydia didn't matter. It was never John Lewis's baby. So the oath to Lydia didn't count.
No. Good. All right, I gotta go. I love you, Mom. Love you, Grams.
Love you, sugar. You'll be fine.
Anything you need, you call.
I will. Love you. Bye.
Chop, chop, numbnuts. Priceless. Oh my God.
Did you really think I was gonna let you get away with that shit? I'm not stupid, see? I didn't touch your face or break any bones.
I'm gonna step outside for a smoke before dinner.
Which I will if you ever try to fuck with me again.
Really, Mom? With the cancer and everything?
You know, I gotta hand it to you. You really had me on the rails back there.
You know, sometimes this feels like the only friend I have left in the world.
You actually had me thinking you won, you little bitch!
It makes me feel real special, Mom.
Now let's get something straight, once and for all.
I'll be right back.
Don't ever threaten me again, do you hear?
Fuck you! Leave me alone!
First, you're gonna give me both copies of that maternity report.
Stay here.
Quiet! No, I will kill you before I let you fuck up my life!
Get off of me, son of a bitch!
Oh, Grams!
God!
Oh my God!
Damn you!
Ah!
Get off of her!
Oh my God, Mom! Oh my God! Okay, come on. Let's get upstairs now.
Okay, you have to breathe.
You need to breathe. Sweetheart, I need you to look at me. I need you to look at me. Get on me, breathe. Like that. Get her up here. Get her up here. It's okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We murdered him.
No. It was self-defense. It was self-defense. Here, let's get this off you. Now, Billy, I need you to rub her arm like that.
Oh my God, enough already.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm 17. My life is over. Fuck. No, it's not over. It's not over, baby. It's just postponed. We'll put your show on.
Now, listen. We'll call 911 once we get our story straight. But here, everybody grab your glass. Just there. Okay, ready? Go. Okay.
We murdered him. It doesn't get any straighter than that, Grams.
It's not murder, manslaughter. They'll see that. He was trying to kill you. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, we've got maybe 5 minutes to make this work.
Make what work?
What you two are going to swear to when the cops get here is that you were here in the apartment when I went down to have a cigarette 5 minutes ago.
But that's not true.
It has to be true, yes. So you were here. I go down to have a cigarette. We were cooking dinner. Yes, that's what it was. We were cooking dinner. I went for a cigarette. I saw Yanni, and I thought, oh, he is gonna be really mad at Omi, and he's gonna try and hurt her. So I ran back up here to get the knife, but neither one of you saw me do it. You got it? And so I go back to him, and I tell Yanni, I say, get the hell out of here. And he tells me that he's gonna kill me, and if Omi doesn't stick to the contract He'll kill both of us. Oh, he went insane. And then he turns around like he's trying to get something out of his coat. What is it? I don't know. A gun? I don't know, but I knew I had to do something really fast, like split second. And that's when I stabbed the motherfucker. But he kept charging at me. And so I stabbed him again. And I did again. Tracy, it's gotta happen this way. You two did not know anything about this until I came in the door just now.
Mom, you can't let her say that.
This way, you're not a witness to what just happened. Don't you get it? I'm doing this for me. Because that's what I do. Right, baby girl? It's for me.
That's not why you're doing this, Mom.
But listen, a couple of days, Omi has her big show. The music world starts buzzing about this wonderful new talent. And if this works, I'll be processing into the prison system in the great state of New York, where I can request the paperwork for to get treatment at Sloan Kettering or wherever the state wants to send me. All is fair, girls. All is fair.
Okay, I love you so
Oh,
much.
I love you too, sweetheart. Break a leg, but listen. I need you to help get your mom off the pills, okay? Billy? And you come visit me, both of you. Okay, now, I'm gonna go have that smoke. Cops get here. So, you can go ahead and call.
I'd like to report a death.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Come on now. Bring the whole dang posse. Oh, my baby girls. Que sera, sera.